Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bronze Grade podcast. We talk about anything gaming related. This week is episode 57, and I'm just joined by Lawrence this week. How's it going, Lawrence?
Good.
Yeah, I almost tripped up on
Not
the
too much
number.
going on. Yeah, yeah, I know. It's all good. You got it right. Even if let's
Yes.
say you got it wrong, I can still edit it out. It's okay.
No, you just leave it on there as people get confused. Like, what are you talking about? It's ridiculous. Um, yeah, that's good. It was a weird weather this week, right? Just
Yep.
wanted to kind of, yeah, it
It,
was really
uh,
annoying.
this weather needs to settle down. Needs to be like,
Weather
is it gonna
needs
be
to pick
warm?
one.
Is it gonna be cold?
Yeah,
It's like pick
exactly.
a lane, please.
Yeah, just pick something and then we can move on, or just don't pick it and then we can move on. Like I
Yeah,
don't know what
seriously.
it is. Oh man. I guess we get started since just me and you know Jackie today. I think he's a little busy.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of sucks because I feel like some of these topics we're gonna talk about is something that he, I guess, would have like quote unquote the most stuff to
I
talk about. But
know. I
we can
know.
definitely ask him next week. But as you know, the new was it DLSS 5
Yep.
has come out, and there's just a lot of negative feedback from it. And before I go into what, because Jensen Hung actually made a comment about this, and before I get into that, uh, personally, just briefly looking at like how it's used and whatever, it just looks like I won't say it looks like shit because it doesn't look like shit, I guess. But it just really looks like your average filter that you see on like Instagram, TikTok. If you want to go in like the China regions, like Douyin and all that stuff, like it just looks, it just looks like a face manipulator AI kind of thing. And does it look better? I don't know. I don't think so. It really changes like the way. I mean, we use the example that they use was I think it was Grace from RE9, and the two side by side just look super different. Like, does she look better with the AI on? I mean, I won't say yes or no. I think she looks different, right? Funny thing about that too, RE9 Capcom actually came out and said like, "Hey, we didn't know they were gonna use DLS, like they were gonna announce DLSS 5 with our stuff." And they're kind of like, "What the fuck?" I don't remember them saying it was good or bad, but they were just kind of like, we didn't know." This is ridiculous, and that kind of thing.
So
Yeah.
I'm curious how that gets applied. If it's just like, hey, it's a setting that you just go in and say on off, or is it like you don't even have to go in the game? It's just a NVIDIA setting before you even launch a game, right? Because a lot of this
Hmm.
stuff, it feels weird for them to come out and say, hey, we didn't know they're gonna do it this way. I'm like, are you saying that they don't have it like it's not something that you added in the game that you have that supported? So NVIDIA
Hmm.
just went and just said, apply this to the game. Bam. So I'm like, okay. I don't know. It's weird.
And I think that's kind of what quote unquote that is. So I'll go into what kind of Jensen Hung kind of said, and like he was saying how developers can still fine tune the generative AI to make it match the style that they're going for, and then DLS S5 will just uh ad- it would just adapt to the existing geometry of the game, so it won't change technically the artistic look of what you were going for. That's essentially what he is saying. That essentially is what DLSS5 is going to be doing. He said it's not post processing. It's not post processing at the frame level. It's generative control at the geometry level. And I'm like, what the fuck are you saying?
I I believe I did read that after that he did come
Mhm.
back and say, no, yeah, it's a filter. So yeah, I
So
don't know.
yeah, so and the funniest thing he kind of says is that he goes, all of that is in the control, direct control of the game developer, he said. This is very different than generative AI. It's content control generative AI. That's why we call it neural rendering. And then, and then I was reading one of the Reddit comments, and it was so. This one made me laugh because he said, "Oh, he's like, glad he cleared this up. It isn't generative AI. It's generative AI. You stupid gamers." And then it's
So, yeah,
yeah.
go ahead, go ahead.
No, and then for me, it's like, yeah, like what you can't say it's not AI generating something when it is AI generating something. It makes absolutely no sense. Like, what at this point, what are you trying to tell us? Because just based off what we just hear now, Jensen's just going in a circle. Like, no, it's not. Oh, sorry, actually, it is, guys. Sorry, my bad. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, the way they're announcing this and messaging this has not been great. I
Mm,
honestly feel like there is a neat part of this tech, I guess. Like, sure, right now it might look pretty jarring, but I do see like nVidia did push through a lot of advancements in the general gaming tech for a little while.
mm,
Like I was saying before, the cloud gaming has gotten such a long way that it looks basically indistinguishable. It's not just Nvidia, but like other companies too, right?
mm,
I can see this getting fine tuned to a point where it does just look like a better version of the existing assets, right?
mm,
Um, but my problem right now is they're saying, hey, the companies can fine tune it themselves. How much work is that going to be? Is that worth it for let's say Capcom or whoever to put X amount of money for like the 1% of gamers that's going to be able to use this,
mm.
right? Because I don't know if you saw, but right now the demos that they're pushing out here uses two 5090s to do, and
Yes, I did see that. Yeah.
they're trying to optimize it to have it on one card that's and usable end of this year, I think, within the calendar year.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
um I think that's ridiculous. Like at a certain point I don't think they're going to get it to work within this card generation. Like they're going to push it
mm-hmm,
out there, but I don't think it's going to work the way they advertise it for a little while. um so yeah, like I just don't see companies really jumping into it, maybe for another few generations, right?
mm-hmm,
But like at a certain level, I do think if they can keep the art style the same as what's intended from the game, there is stuff like the lighting and whatnot that does look a little bit fancier, at least in the
okay.
screenshots, in the still screenshots they
Mm-hmm,
provided. Um, but yeah, like I it's not something that I'm gonna use, so I don't really care.
mm-hmm,
At a certain point, it has to be, hey, your cards from like 5 generations ago can actually use this tech. It's like, okay, that's cool. Instead of
right.
like having your hardware render like your 3D objects that way. Like I just don't see it being that used that much, right?
And I agree with you to like with almost all the points, just because like it's if you're gonna tell me that you're going to need a system where you're running two 5090s to run this filter, and I'm going to call it a filter, then it's kind of ridiculous because number one, you don't even sell enough 5090s for someone to even have two. Okay. So like I don't know which clientele you're catering towards, but clearly it's not the average gamer. And I just feel like it doesn't do much more than just make everything just look, I don't know, quote unquote prettier. But if you're gonna say that, then why can't you have game developers just design prettier things? You know what I mean? Uh it's almost kind of like saying like, oh, we made this game but we need AI to make it better and visually, right? And I don't know how that's going to sit well with like game devs, especially if I assume anyways that people who are designing games like models and all that do pride themselves on how they make it look nice and all that stuff. And just to have AI come along and use DLSS 5 and be like, oh, look, I made it better, losers. It's kind of like a slap to the face, at least in my opinion. Seeing
Well,
how it would
it's
be.
weird. It's weird because I feel like models have gotten so good at this point,
Mhm.
where like in-game models just look like cutscenes, right? Like
Yeah, for sure.
a few generations ago, you would have pre-rendered cutscenes with models that look, oh, it's so much better than whatever's in game. But nowadays, they don't even do that. They're just like whatever. The things in game just look as good as we would want them anyway. Like,
Yeah.
how much more do you want from these guys to make that, make it worth the DLSS upgrade or DLSS 5 upgrade that they're showing here, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like how we talked about this before. It's like how much more quality, or not quality, but like how much more fidelity do you want in your video game? Like, do you want to see the pores on someone's face? Is that, you know what I mean? Like, is that the goal now? Just looking at the RE5 picture, it's like, do you need to see the baggy eyeshadow of like Grace because she hasn't slept for 10 days? I don't know, just something like that. Like, is it really needed? I mean, cool, maybe it is needed. I don't know, right? Even just looking at it, like her hair even looks like more fake. I don't know how to really explain it. Not
Well,
that it
I
looks
think
really
in
good in the
general,
other one. Hmm.
all the characters just look different, right? Like after the DLSS 5 pass, it just looks
Yeah.
different, right? And I foresee, at least in the game dev side, like the artist side, they'd be like, "What the fuck is this?" They basically changed our character. And
Yeah.
the other problem I can see is that because of how generative AI works,
Hmm.
it's gonna look different scene to scene, right? And
Hmm.
that's gonna be like, I don't see people accepting that,
It's going to be
right?
jarring, right? As
Yeah.
well, especially if
It's
everything
like, oh, Grace just looks
switches.
different.
Yeah, like every time the camera moves to the left or right, like, oh my god, is that Grace? It's a completely
Yeah.
different person or something, right?
Like
And again,
the
mhm,
only way I can think it works is if they really train, like whoever is doing the dev, they really train the AI to say this is how Grace looks, right? This
right.
is how a character looks. So every scene the AI has a reference, like constantly has a backlog of reference, I guess,
Hmm.
that they can refer to when they generate the new image, a new scene, whatnot. Like I can see that working, but at a certain point, is that worth the time? Right? You have you have um you have indie devs who's not going to have that asset to begin with to feed
Oh
the
yeah.
AI,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Like you have
100%.
people who are expecting that the AI to be like, oh, you give them like three polygons and say this is a character, and then DLSS 5 is going to take care of the rest. And maybe it can do that at some point, but it's just not going to look consistent scene to scene until you get to a certain detail level, and then it's like, at that point, why are you even using that, right?
Yeah. No, for sure. And I think that's going to be something that I'm sure like Nvidia knows about, and I'm sure they're working on something or trying to figure something out because I'm sure they really do want this to come to fruition and have game devs, to be using it and all that. But like you said though, it's going to be interesting and kind of a weird for indie devs because I don't know if they're going to have the capabilities or the manpower to even, you know, add in DLSS 5 kind of thing.
Yeah,
Uh I guess we're gonna have to see what's gonna happen in the future. I'm sure if Jackie was here, he'd be loving it and saying that
yeah,
DLSS 5 on all the time, 24/7.
yeah. See, that's what, honestly, like that's why I want Jackie to be here, because I want to get his take of like, Jackie, look at these picture. Would you really or prefer DLSS on or off, or would you even be able to tell? Like, part of me would believe that Jackie would look at the two photos of Grace and be like, "Same character, no
Same
problem."
character.
Yeah, it
It's
looks
the same
exactly the
picture,
same, but
right?
this one's better. Like, it's better lighting. And I'd be like, "Fuck no! What are you talking about? They look so different." Like all the scenes. Again, that's more of a more layman way of looking at it. Like,
Hmm.
how many people not like you or me who would be able to tell, I guess. Like side by side you could be able to tell, but how many people would play games DLSS 5 on, be like, this looks totally fine, no problem, and then
Yeah.
it things just proceed that way in the future, right? Like Nvidia can still sell their tech, and everyone's going to be like, DLSS 5 is the bomb, is the best. Why would you turn it off? And I'll be like, fuck,
and
man.
and sadly, I feel like that it could become the norm,
I
especially
know.
if they can make it that you don't need like 500 5090s to run, right?
Yep.
uh it's funny that you mentioned, Jack, you wouldn't notice the difference. It's kind of like the office meme.
No,
Yeah,
100%.
right.
I use that Office meme because when I thought about Jackie, looking at these pictures, I'm like, this is him. This is
Yeah.
him. Can't
This
tell a
is him
difference. Better lighting.
100%.
Like, no, dude. Characters just look different.
No, they definitely look different, and I don't know. Like I said, I can't for sure say it's a good thing or a bad thing. I just think it's kind of weird. I think I'll leave it off of that. I think I need to see more examples.
Yeah, like I think they're showing it too early, or too extreme of a change between the screenshots. I think in their mind they're like, "Oh, it looks so much better," but in reality, I think what's going to happen is the effect's not going to be that strong, like as extreme, and people might be able to accept it, right?
Hmm.
So I don't know. I
No,
see a
but
lot of artists looking at this and complaining and being like, "What the fuck is this? You're basically destroying our work." But at a certain point, if like CEOs and stuff are able to see some money return, or use this as a marketing thing, I don't think they care about what artists are gonna say. They're gonna be like, "Fucking do it."
oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, just do it, losers. Which kind of
Yep.
sucks because again, like I feel like artists are needed. But I mean, and the other thing too, it uses a lot of power, right? To do like AI generative, neural. What did you say?
Editing.
Neural, whatever. Neural rendering. Uh, so I don't know. You also need like a really powerful system too, right? Like, and again, I just don't think the general population would have this. Because then you have to think about this too. You make DLSS 5. Are you going to adapt it to, like you were saying, to lower generation cards and your consoles? Or are you not going to bother and you're just going to make this kind of like, like VIP status kind of thing? Hey, if you got it, you can use it. If you can't, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, we're not doing anything
Yeah.
about it.
Well, it's also funny because in my mind, DLSS was always used for like, hey, you can't render image to a certain resolution or quality, right? That's why you use
Mm-hmm.
DLSS to sort of approximate it, to fake it, right? But
Mm-hmm.
then you're applying a DLSS 5 to only like the highest of high end PCs, then that almost defeats the whole purpose of that in the first place.
Yeah.
But
Hey, can you imagine too?
whatever.
It's like uh NVIDIA didn't say anything about DLSS 5 doing what it's doing, and then people couldn't even like prepare for it. Like, if I knew, I would have bought two 5090s.
Hmm.
You know
Hmm.
what I mean? And then
I would
now people are gonna.
love, I would love next week for Jackie to come on this pod and say, "Yeah, I'm gonna get a second 5090 just so I can
Yeah.
do DLSS 5."
DLSS 5.
God,
My
imagine.
God. Oh my God. He would though. He would. This is ridiculous.
Oh, I don't know.
Um.
So the biggest barrier is gonna be the
mhm.
hardware problem. He's gonna be like, what
Yes.
am I supposed to do with two cards? How do I install this? So confused.
He's gonna be like, I don't know what to do. Have both in his hands. What the fuck?
Yep.
That'd be funny. Anything more you want to add about DLSS 5? It's kind of
No, I
like,
think that's about it for now. I really
I don't
want to see what
know.
Jackie says.
Yeah, we'll bring it up to him next week and kind of go from there.
Hmm.
Hopefully, there's a bit more articles coming out. I can read about him
Yep.
and kind of see how that goes. But yeah, at the end of the day, like I think it's a cool thing. I think it's cool, but it's not cool at the same time. I don't know. Need some
The thing is, like, neither of us will be able. Maybe you can. I won't be able to use it because I have
uh
AMD. I'm not going to be able to use it
yeah,
for years to
if
come.
I want to fry my machine, maybe I'll turn it on.
Again, they're looking at year end. By year end, it's going to be public, so I don't know. We'll see. I
It's
just
gonna
don't
be
see it
like
being
that.
optimized to that point.
Yeah, it's gonna be that meme where like everything's on fire and I'm sitting in the middle. We're
Yep.
like, this is fine.
Yep. Totally worth it.
Totally worth it. So and an interesting thing this week as well. I'm sure you've heard of it. I know we don't probably have too much to talk about this one, but thought I'd bring it up anyways. I think it's more of a Jackie kind of thing. Crimson Desert. Originally, I mean, we know it was super hyped up. Everyone was like gung ho for it. Like 4 hours in, everyone's like, "Holy shit, this is the coolest thing ever!" It takes forever to get to the main story or whatever, but it's great. I think I read the map's bigger than Elden Ring's map or something, or
Yep.
oh no, it was bigger than Red Dead Redemption's map 2 or something, and everyone's kind of going like,
Sure.
"Whoa, it's crazy!" Only for it to almost kind of fall on his face, considering Crimson Desert. I forgot which company made it. Now that I'm thinking about it, but their company stock dropped like 30%, I think, after
It's
it
so
released.
ridiculous though. Like I don't know.
Hmm.
For stock price to drop that much because reviews came in kind of mid is like it feels kind of shitty.
It does feel shitty, but you know what happens though. Like, I mean,
I know.
investors want to make money, right?
Yeah.
And
But it's true because I don't actually see this game selling that well at this point. Like it'll sell right now, but I don't think it's gonna do well in the long run.
no, I don't think so either. It's I think they tried too much, like too much. Like they just put in way too much, and I think that's where it kind of like I guess they like dropped the ball. Although I don't think people would agree with me because I think a lot of people do enjoy it, but it's kind of like that meme I sent you guys on a weekday about how to like pay respects or something, and then I don't know, and then it looked like you had to do like this huge button combination for it, and everyone's like, "Why the fuck is this so complicated?" And I was looking at it too, and I was like, "Man, why is this so complicated?" And I think it's just that kind of stuff. It's like, oh yeah, we can be like innovative and do these cool things, but only for it to kind of be like, well, why the fuck are you doing it like this, kind of thing. And I think that holds true for the entire game, from what I can tell, because there's just a lot of convoluted ways to do really simplistic things. Hold on, I have the thing on here. Yeah, it's literally how to pay respects in Crimson Desert. Press L1, aim at the casket, press X, R3 square to put down flowers, L2 R3 to pay respects. Why is
Hell
this so
yeah.
complicated? Why could you not have just walked up to the grave, have a thing that goes press X to pay respects, instead of you like putting on like a Street Fighter 6 combo or something. You know what I mean? Eh, and I don't know what else is in the game that kind of people that didn't like. I know it took a long time to get from the starting area out or something like that, and apparently there's a lot of jank in the game that's still there or something. So I think a lot of people were just very disappointed. But I'm
Yeah,
not
I don't know.
sure. Mhm.
It does sound like it's too big for people. From the thing that I heard the most was the difficulty, right? But
Oh
it's
yes, yes, yes.
it's weird because I feel like since the Souls game came out, people have been way more accepting of difficult games. So that's why I'm like, is that really a big deal?
But like again, I don't know how difficult it is, but I do agree with you. It's kind of like, okay, difficult game, no problem. Like you just get good. All right.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a complaint that you can use to, tank the game, to tell me that that game's too hard. Like, okay, if it's too hard, just wait until PlayStation releases their AI. They can beat the game for you, no problem. I feel like that for sure is definitely not something that is a viable. At least in my eyes, it's not a viable reason to for a game to be like quote unquote shit, just because you can't beat the game or you can't beat the boss. Right? Just do better or play better. I don't know. Again, I don't have a big interest in Crimson Desert just because it's medieval setting and I'm not a huge fan of it. I just think it's hilarious that a couple days before it released, there's all these articles coming out going like greatest game ever. This is the 6 hour gameplay preview. It's so good, blah blah blah. Only for it to kind of shit the bed on launch. I don't
Well,
know.
there is the crowd like Jackie who's like, "Oh, it looks so good. The graphics so good. I can't wait to play
Right.
it." Right? Is there that camp? And then there's the other weirdos that's like, "Oh, this is like the unwoke game," and then they were pushing it. I'm like,
Oh,
does it
right,
actually
right, right.
matter? Like, what the fuck, guys? But and then now that it's come out, people are like, it's mid."
Yeah, I feel like bringing woke or whatever into a video game, I feel like it's so stupid. Like just play the fucking video game, man.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, guys, it's just another video game.
Like if you don't like it,
Like
don't play it.
honestly, I don't even know. Based on the initial stuff that I saw, I'm like, it looks fine, but it never warranted this level of attention. I don't know.
Yeah, no, for sure. And again, I just feel like with that, complaints about the game, like wokeness or whatever. Like my main thing is that, like I always say this all the time: no one forced you to play this motherfucking game. You could have just turned around and walked away. No one told you to buy it. No one told you to do anything. You just did it to yourself. Like if you have an issue with that stuff, you did it to yourself. No one told you to play it. All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
No one told you to play it. But just quickly looking at some of the reviews. I mean, on Steam they have a mostly positive review. I mean, there are negative reviews about how hard it is. It's not cohesive enough. Like
Oh, is it mostly positive now? Because I
it's
remember
mostly
that
positive
some people
now.
posted as mixed for a little bit. So okay,
Yeah, so it's
okay,
mostly a lot of like fix the controls. It's clunky. Um, this person put 17 hours into the game, and he says it's the most clunky AAA game he's played or she's played. I don't know. Again, things like clunkiness, I feel like could be fixed. I guess. Uh, but I don't know. Again, I just don't. I don't see the appeal graphics wise. It looks great. I'm not a huge fan of this setting. So
same,
it'll be never a
not
game
for
that I
me.
would play. I just think it's hilarious that the stocks like just tanked after release. All right.
I just don't
It,
know what else they've done. It seemed like for me, it might as well have been this studio's first game. So I don't
Pluribus
know.
did Black Desert.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
so Crimson Desert is actually supposed to be Black Desert's
So,
predecessor, no, successor.
okay.
So I think was it you or
I didn't know they
someone?
had I didn't know they had actual ties because I always thought it's like a totally different thing, different
Oh
company,
yeah.
everything.
Uh-huh. No,
Okay.
they're the same. I don't know if it
All
was you
right.
or somebody mentioned it, but like it used to be Crimson Desert started out as an MMO. Was it you? I don't remember.
No, it would not me. Not me. I didn't see it.
No. Yeah, so maybe I read it somewhere, but Crimson Desert actually started out as an MMO and it was supposed to be the sequel to Black Desert because even though Black Desert has its ups and downs, I played it when it first came out and I tried playing it again after the revamp. Uh, I won't say it was the greatest MMO game. It's an MMO game that definitely doesn't respect your time in a sense because you're just nonstop farming, like nonstop farming, and you could farm and get
Great.
nothing. Uh, but at the end of the day, the game itself has changed from what it was, and it's mostly positive. Although it's got a bunch of mixed reviews recently, so uh, yeah, I don't know. Like this guy here, he's played 10,000 hours and he just sounds like he's a little whiny bitch, anyways. But yeah, so it was supposed to be a sequel, and then I think halfway through they decided to make it its standalone single player. So I guess, and that's one of the big reasons why there's a bunch of different mechanics in the game, because maybe it was the original MMO style of mechanics, and they decided to just kind of accumulate them into one gigantic game and make it in make it a little different. I think, did Jackie say he was going to get it or no? I don't remember.
He said no. He was waiting for IGN, and
Oh yeah, he's waiting
IGN.
for his.
Did the IGN US review come out? There was an IGN score of like 6. I remember seeing, but I didn't. It didn't show up when I was looking at it earlier. Like he was
Uh,
so hyped for it, and then reviews came out, and he's like, okay.
yeah, IGN 10, IGN.com. Yeah, they gave it a 6. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Their review was Crimson Desert is an extremely ambitious open world adventure, and that ambition is what makes it both incredibly cool and god-smackingly infuriating in almost
Mm-hmm.
equal measure. And I can agree to that. If it's that huge and there's that much stuff to do, it kind of hard to kind of play the game, right? And I feel like something, yeah,
Yeah, that's why like the map size to me, it's like I don't really care how big your goddamn map is. Like if you're not gonna do anything with that map, it's just fluff, right?
mm-hmm,
Like
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
we put the two big cities at the two corners of this huge map. Deal with it. No fast
Yeah,
travel.
yeah, go
Fuck.
walk it.
Yeah. Fuck. What do you want me to do? It's like fetch quest all day. Everything from one town. It's like, oh, you got to find me something from the other town. Like what? No. It's like
Dude,
so.
I think,
I don't know.
oh my god, I would lose it. If you told me I had to spend 3 hours walking from town to town, real time, I'm done.
Yep.
Game's dead.
It's basically like if you're playing Death Stranding.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
but
know. Like it's
mhm.
again the when they said the map thing, I'm like, dude, no, don't. I don't care. That's not like a selling point.
Yeah, seriously. I wonder if Jackie's gonna have a change of heart and try the game. I kind of hope he does, just because I want to hear his opinion on it. Although I can already hear it. It looks great. How was the game though? What? Oh, I
It's
stopped
not on
playing.
Game Pass, right? I think it's probably like a more
Uh,
PlayStation
no,
focused one.
I don't think so. And also, just a quick thing here too, like it being almost like a sandbox style game, I would say. I don't know if Jackie does well with sandbox games. I think he truly needs direction in a video game. Left
He
to his
likes
own
the idea
devices,
of the sandbox, but he hates it.
yeah, which is so weird. It's like him playing Skyrim. Makes no sense.
Yeah, that's the thing that weirds me out. He's like, oh, all this big worlds, like you can do so much, and then talks about Skyrim. It's like, yeah, they didn't give me directions, and then I got
Yeah, I
lost
didn't know how
and
to get
start
out of
playing.
the
I'm like, what the fuck are you
cave.
talking about? Yeah, like that's what people want out of these games, and Jackie's like, like the fuck.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It is what it is. We'll bring it up to him next week. See how that goes.
Mhm.
So moving on here. This wasn't really anything to no real news or anything, but like I kind of want to talk about Resident Evil real quick and
Yes.
how I feel like the recent Resident Evil games, so 7, 8, 9, has really brought back Resident Evil. I don't know if you understand what I mean
Uh,
by that in a
the
way.
2 and 4 remakes also really helped. Like I think
Right, yeah.
2 2 remake feels like it's the biggest catalyst of the current popularity. Like 7 I
Hmm.
think brought the series back from the slump that was 5 and 6. And
Yeah.
then I think 2 just exploded. Like 2 remake just exploded,
No,
right?
for sure. And I kind of mean it also in a way that like story wise, I feel like they really kind of went back to I won't say like to their roots, but like made it better. Like, in 7, they kind of went back all the way. No, sorry, that's 8. In 8, they went back all the way to like almost like the beginning of like what Umbrella was, right? And I thought that was really cool. And then now they're kind of tying in a bunch of different things uh from the newer games, and also I think in some of the remakes they kind of made things a bit clearer on certain aspects, so the story's a bit easier to follow. I really kind of want them to remake at this point like the whole thing, right? So 1, 3, 5 and
Well,
6.
three they already remade.
Oh yeah, 3. Yeah,
But
sorry,
the
sorry.
problem is that 3 remake. I think people consider it to be a bad remake or like not a great remake because
Hmm.
I think they cut out stuff from the original or like it was like it felt like a DLC for 2.
Was 3 remade before 2? I don't remember the
What
timeline of the
what?
remakes.
No. So it was 2 remake and then 3 remake was like a year after that.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I was trying to remember like the timeline of them, which kind of sucks because I feel like the remakes have done well.
Yes.
But I still feel like the story it's gotten like much better than after I would say 4, honestly. 5
Sure.
was
Sure.
okay. 6 was kind of I don't know what the fuck 6 was, honestly.
Dude, you should get a copy of 6. We'll do it co-op. I really want to play that game. I don't
uh
actually know anything about 6 aside from the separate campaigns and the co-op
6 just
for the 3
makes me
campaigns.
sad though.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I could see it being a good time.
I feel like I remember looking and like watching and playing some of 6, and at the end of it I was kind of like, damn, is this franchise dead now? Like what the fuck is going on?
Hey,
You know what I
at this
mean?
point, it's okay because you know they come back.
Yeah, at
Everything
this point, yeah,
bounces
it's
back.
true. Everything
No
bounces back.
problem.
I just think in like I said, I think 7, 8, 9 really in the remakes, like you said, really pushed it back up, and I'm really happy they are remaking a bunch of the other games as well. I think was it
Yep.
Wonder planning to look to do it, Code Veronica they're planning to go remake that, which I think is really cool. I wonder if they're gonna end up doing like RE0, Revelations, or and all the other kind of not obscure RE
It would
games.
be amazing if they remake Revelations because I feel like no one remembers Revelations.
I know it's such a yeah, such a game that not a lot of people play, but it was good, kind
But
of.
like people, yeah, I recall people actually liking the 2 Revelations games, right? There's also people
Hmm.
talking about like, oh, are they gonna remake like Outbreak 1 and 2? Like,
True. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting
yeah,
to do that. Also, have you ever watched the Resident Evil CGI movies?
nope.
No. So I think in around
I've
the
seen clips
time,
of them. Yeah.
yeah, I think in around the time of when 5, 6 was out, they did the movies, and that just didn't really help. Like it was kind of cool, but it just didn't really help the franchise at all. And it was like I said,
It's
there's actually one point where I thought like, oh man, is this the end of Resident Evil? Like is 6 it? Like
well, it's weird because like I feel like when 4 came out, I think it really took it into a more action direction, right?
yeah. Hmm.
And
Hmm.
then the movies, the CG movies just takes it to like the next level of ridiculous action. Like I
Yeah.
feel like the games themselves never got there. Even 6, I don't think gets to that point. The movies, whatever clips I see, I'm like, this action is just stupid. Like it could be fun, but it just looks dumb as fuck. So it's just a little bit jarring when you see those scenes. I'm like, why? I mean, I like Resident Evil, and this is kind of canon to the plot, but why would you do this?
Yeah, it's kind of like I told you, like the whole meme thing about how in 9 Leon can parry like a lot. I'll just say a lot.
Oh yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and then in one of the movies, like I told you, like Leon runs out of bullets fighting like a nemesis or whatever, and then he takes out his knife, and I'm thinking, I remember at that point I was like, what the fuck are you gonna do with a knife? Like, the guy's like 10 feet tall and like superhuman powered, and like, you have nothing. Like,
Mhm.
and then when 9 came out and everyone's memeing on it, I think someone pulled that meme up and was like, guys, I now know why Leon pulled the knife out. He was gonna parry him.
But there's
And I
other
thought that
things
was
from the movies. Like
hilarious.
I've
Mhm.
I've seen like a gunfight between 2 characters, and they're like running in a circle, shooting the ground. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
what the fuck? What are you even shooting? Like that makes zero sense.
yeah. I think those movies became were very campy too. Like just you know what I mean. They just wanted to make super over the top action to show that
Yep.
we're Resident Evil kind of thing, right? I don't know.
Yeah, again, it's just weird because I feel like Resident Evil kind of embraces the camp,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not really the action camp a lot of times. Like again, 4 had a lot of the weird action stuff, but I feel
Mm-hmm.
like the movies just took it to a much lengthier, like f- extrapolated that camp and just went wild with it,
Yeah,
right?
no, for sure.
Like in
Yeah,
4, Leon could do like backflips here and there, when roundhouse kicks, suplexes. Sure, that's cool. That's a quick thing,
yeah,
but not like extended crazy fights with that camp.
Are you saying my boy Leon can't suplex a Nemesis?
Oh, I wish, dude.
That would
You
have
should
been the
suplex a
highlight.
train.
Yeah, you suplex a train. But like, yeah, I just feel like overall, like it's definitely. I'm very happy that it kind of came like RE's do like well now. Like I was a big fan of
Mhm.
the whole genre, anyways, right? So kind of happy to see it, thriving at this
So
point.
that honestly, like seeing all the RE9 stuff, I mentioned it last week. Like it's getting me interested in just playing through the series,
Yeah, no,
like
and I
whatever
think
I
you
have.
should. Yeah, I think you should. It'll be. I think you'll have a lot of fun, even though like some of it's kind of a bit quote unquote like scary. I think it'll be fine because I know you don't love the horror.
It's weird because I've actually played through a large number of them. Like I played through 0, I played through 1 remake. I think I
Right.
played through 2 on N64. I
Hmm.
played through 4 original and then 5. Like that's so many of them.
That's true. You might as well just finish the all of them, right?
Hmm.
Uh, quickly, just speaking on nine. Uh, yeah, I haven't really played it, but I've seen enough of it, and all that. I don't know if you've seen most of nine or whatnot, or like, do you know the
I've
endings and all
been
that?
trying to steer clear, but like
Okay,
I've just been getting spoilered
blindsided. Yeah.
constantly.
I won't talk about anything spoiler related, just because I don't know if anyone else has played it or anything else listening, but I feel like how RE9 definitely opened up for a lot of possible DLC, and like this it kind of, I won't say it sets up for the sequel, like RE10 or whatever, but it definitely has, you can kind of guess where it could be, or what it could be, and it's kind of cool that at least there is going to be like an RE10 that kind of continues the story, uh which is kind of funny because I don't think this really spoils much, but I believe when I was, yeah, have you seen the DLCs for RE8?
Is it for the girl? Like the
Yeah.
what's her name?
Rose.
Main character's daughter. Yeah,
Yeah, Rose.
Rose Winters. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen it at all, or?
I've seen it a little bit. I know that it takes place like further in the future than everything else that's out
Oh, okay,
there,
okay.
right?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of insinuating. It's interesting because I believe RE9 takes place in between eight's
8 and the
ending,
DLC.
before,
Yeah.
yeah, and then before, like
Mm-hmm.
way before the DLC. So it's kind of interesting to see because they kind of because no, that's a little spoiler, so I won't say that. But yeah, I kind of am interested to see what this timeline is. Like, why did they jump like 2037 or something to talk about
Mm-hmm.
Rose? I guess because they want to age her, obviously. I mean, I get that.
Yeah,
So I
that's
guess
most
that's probably
likely.
the reason. So I'm kind of interested how they're gonna pull that timeline into what is happening currently. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, but it's also like I feel like they wing it every game anyway.
Because I mean, if you follow by year, I think people were saying Leon's like 40, 45 or something, or 40. I forgot what the number
He's
was.
like 50,
Is it 50? Hold on. How
like
old is?
49, like around 50.
Oh, he's 49 to 51 years old. So if you're
Yeah.
jumping another like 10, yeah, you're gonna have Leon at
Yep.
60 something, and I don't know if he's gonna be even a character anymore to play as. You're gonna see
Well, no. So
uh
so there was a thing about I don't really want to do too much in the plot, but like, they can always say, "Hey, he got infected by such and such. Now his life has been extended, or he's more
Oh,
youthful
right,
again."
right, right. Oh my God. Yeah, due to his cure, he is now a 51-year-old and a 20 was a
Yeah,
20-year-old and a 51-year-old body or something like I
yeah.
don't know.
The thing is, like, they've already been doing that for other characters. Like, I think, uh, one of the characters in this game or in 9 already has that, and then they basically said the same thing for Jill. I think. Like Wesker did something with her in 5, and then from what I understand, she basically is just more has longer lifespan or whatever. So
Okay, okay.
yeah, characters have already been getting that treatment already.
Yeah, that's fair, honestly. I think the only person that hasn't gotten that treatment would be Chris, right? Because Chris hasn't been infected, from what I
Yeah.
remember. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a really funny meme where like Chris like tries to tell Leon to marry his
Yeah,
sister.
Claire. Yeah.
Yeah, Claire.
Apparently, that's just a big meme within the community.
Yeah, it's such a hilarious meme. But on the topic of that, I know like it's been a topic about who Leon married and stuff, and I know you hate how I think it's Ada.
I don't like it. I feel like Ada kind of sucks.
Listen, I'm not saying she's like the best. I'm just saying I just think it's Ada. That's all I'm saying. It's not Sherry Birkin. Yeah, okay, that's all I can
No.
say.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, like based on what I saw in the game, I don't think it's
Yeah.
Sherry.
No. Honestly, it's more like based on what Capcom's been throwing out there lately, it's
No,
good that it's not Sherry.
yeah, it's not Sherry. Yeah.
Good. It'd be really questionable if they're like, hey, Leon's now with Sherry. It's like, dude,
What a troll.
so
No,
weird.
I'm just saying. I just think it's I think it's just Ada, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Mhm.
And I think we'll find out sooner or later. 'Cause I think the DLC is gonna have something to talk about, right? So I don't know. I don't know. But I think overall, it's cool. It's cool that RE is kind of coming back. Very happy, very
Yep.
excited for it. Even though I don't play a lot of it anymore, it's always fun to watch and read the lore and all that stuff. I do hope you play through the games again so I can watch. Because I'm too lazy to play. But anything else you want to mention about RE, Resident Evil?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
No.
Again, RE6. Let's do it. Let's...
Oh, fucking disgusting. I'm gonna play RE5 at this point. Shava! Oh man. Uh Moving on here, quick thing about the Cyberpunk TCG Kickstarter. So I saw that bouncing around here and there. I thought nothing of it at the time. I wouldn't say I'm a huge TCG fan, but yeah, I'm okay TCG fan. I do enjoy playing TCG. I used to play Magic a lot. Played Yu-Gi-Oh. Played like a bunch of other ones as well. So it's interesting to see Cyberpunk becoming a TCG. Apparently, it's one of the fastest Kickstarters to be funded, or something like that, or fastest TCG Quickstarter to be funded. I don't know what they're saying. Sorry, most funded Kickstarter TCG ever. So I mean, that's pretty cool. I looked at some of the cards; they're pretty neat. I know I showed you some. One of the things that I wanted to kind of talk about is now in the current I guess landscape of the world, there's a lot of TCGs, right? You have Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, One Piece, Wise. I'm sure I'm
Wasn't
missing
there
a
like a
bunch.
Gundam one or
A Gundam
something?
one, yeah, there's a Gundam one.
Uh,
There's just like a lot of TCGs, right?
yep.
And for me, it's kind of like because this is a Kickstarter, and I'm not saying that it doesn't look good or it doesn't have good ideas, but like, how are you going to compete with, you know, what's out there right now? I'm not saying that you need to be number one or you need to be the best, but you need to fit a niche to be able to, if you want to go that competitive route, to have tournaments, to be able to output that kind of stuff to, make people want to play, right? And if you're gonna compete against here, I have a better list. Like there's like the Gundam, Magic, Pokemon, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, Dragon Ball, Vanguard. Like, realistically, can you even compete with those big names by being a Kickstarter? Right? Again, I don't know if there's been others that are being Kickstarted and have become very popular and playable, but it's just one of those things where it's just kind of one of those things where you back it, you get it, people play for like 2 months and it dies, dead. Nothing comes out ever again. And you're kind of like, oh, cool. I mean, that was fun for a month. Or is there a plan to kind of have longevity? Try to make it into that scene and be a not a household name, but be a thing where people like where TCG shops will be like, oh yeah, we have a Tuesday night Cyberpunk tournaments. You know what I mean?
I think it really depends if they can actually have good distribution, if enough
mm,
shops will carry their product. Because I do think that Cyberpunk is probably one of the stronger brands within
mm,
the video game sphere, I guess, that can actually do this.
right,
Outside, like the actual game itself might not have struck a chord with a lot of people or with everyone, like with the performance or like the gameplay and stuff. But I feel like the actual license itself, like visually speaking, a lot of people were hooked onto that, right?
right.
So like I
Mm,
can see it doing okay, but as you said, like there is a lot of competition, and like it is weird to me that there is a lot of TCG and people like they've been surviving again. Like I've seen like the Gundam one. I'm like, why is there a Gundam one? Like I feel like there's not enough people who are into Gundam here for that to work anyway, right?
yeah, and
So
yeah, and I agree with you. And again, I'm not saying that a person can't play like 5 different TCGs at the same time. I know people who do, and they enjoy it, right? It just for me, I'm just wondering like, well, I guess because you say it's like one of the more popular IPs that people resonate with, and it probably could break into the scene. But I think you are absolutely right about distribution. If you can't get the cards, no one's really gonna want to play. And if card stores aren't gonna want to, you know, poster tournaments or whatever or however that is, it's not gonna go super well, I guess. Uh,
yeah,
just briefly looking at like the cards themselves, I don't think they're gonna have an issue with it being number one looking cool, and you're gonna get that collector crowd. Just looking at some of the cards, the artwork looks great. It looks awesome. Like I really think the artwork's cool. And obviously, like how every TCG is, there's different rarities and decks, and there's alternate versions of cards. You're gonna get that collector side too, right? Now, is it gonna be a you know as much money as like we'll use Pokemon as an example. I don't know, but I think that's an entirely different conversation there. But I don't know. I think it's cool. Like I'm looking at the Kickstarter, like I was talking to you earlier about, and I don't know. It looks neat. I think I might maybe dabble my hand into it. We'll see. But I think in terms of artwork and just how it looks, I think they definitely nailed that on point. I read a bunch of some of the rules, and it doesn't look overly hard. And I think that's an issue of some of the TCGs nowadays that come out. There's just so many rules, and you're like, what the fuck am I playing? Right?
mm-hmm.
And you can argue that like Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh have similar kind of depth. But realistically, they have depth. But if you gave a deck to someone and quickly explain the rules to them, I'm sure they can play on a basic level, right? And then you explain it to there's some TCGs where it's kind of like I have to do how many things before I do one move. I think those ones are just insanely ridiculous. I can't name any of them because I haven't played a lot of them, but I heard I think Wise is kind of up there with like crazy rules. But again, I don't know anymore. I don't want to make a fool of myself, but I think this game is simplistic enough where people can pick it up, play it, and if you really want to go in depth. I'm sure there's depth to it. I'm sure. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I'm sure the developers thought about that.
So I think I mentioned to you earlier, like I understand the interest in TCG, but for myself, as someone who would like a product like this, I think I'd prefer it to be like a box set, like a deck builder type game that, you
Right.
have all the
Mm.
cards you need within that for like 2 3 people to just play, right? Like that you can use, like I can't remember on top of my head what other game I've thought of, but it's not like a trading card game. It's just a box. These are all the cards. Maybe there's like a expansion or two, but you're not looking at buying packs, right? To
Yeah.
get more cards,
Yeah. I think
right?
there's a few like that. I mean, I don't know if you're thinking about this one, but there's a board game card deck building game with Marvel in it where you have like the set decks and you build from there.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think that's
And
more
like
what you're
and like
talking about.
that's why I'm like, as a Kickstarter thing, I honestly see that being like the better route, I guess, than worrying about, hey, distribution to get the actual trading portion,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
But again, that's just a different business model at a certain point. So I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think I agree with you. I think that's definitely I think kickstarting this is definitely better than like you were saying, just suddenly releasing him and hopefully it works out or something kind of
Yeah,
thing. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Interested to see where it goes. I think based on their timeline, I think it's supposed to be releasing Q3 2026. I think so. Q2 is pretty soon, no? Unless I
yeah.
read it
That that
wrong.
is
Maybe I
that
read it
is like
wrong.
3 months,
Yeah,
three
maybe I
months
read it
away,
wrong. Who
right?
knows?
Yeah, I mean, I believe it.
Okay, so April 2026 Kickstarter campaign ends. So actually, that's really soon. Literally two
Yep.
weeks. Q3 2026 Wave 1 is going to ship out. Oh, Q4 2026 Wave 2 is going to ship out. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, you're looking at about like Q4 is
Wait,
probably when everything's kind of
hold
go.
hold on, hold on. Are they? Is this all gonna be just sold online?
No, so they do have a retailer uh kind of like tab somewhere. I'm going to see if I can re-find it again. Because they already have exclusive partners, eh? They've already partnered with CGC graded cards, Evo Retro premium binders,
Okay.
display, premium cloth mats. They're partnered with Dragon Shield premium sleeves. They already partnered with Dispel dice. That I'm not too familiar with. I assume it's D&D D20s. So they definitely have some pull. Okay, where did I read this? I am now don't know where it was.
It's weird for me because I'm like, unless you tell me you can find at least some of these packs at like a Walmart or GameStop, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a hit. Because I feel like,
Yeah, no,
honestly, I feel
it's
like I see a lot of these decks or these trading cards at just Walmart or GameStop. Just, I'm not saying I'm looking for them, but sometimes when I walk through, I'm just like, oh, there's again where I would see Gundam trading cards. Like, oh, that's where I've seen them. That's where that's where I found
uh
out that they exist.
okay. So they have on their official website they have a retailer program sign up. So I guess you can sign up if you want distributor to get the cards. But at the moment, their distribution partner is GTS in the US, Rebel in Poland, Let's Play Games Australia, New Zealand, Legendary Games Distribution Southeast Asia, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Macau. So I think it's going to be out in places.
Okay.
Don't know where exactly, but it
Oh,
does
these are
look
the
like
distributors, right? So
yeah,
it's not the actual stores. Okay, okay, all right, sure.
yeah. So I think what it's really gonna happen is that if you're a TGG store, you probably apply to the retailer website, and then that's how you get to figure
Hmm.
out like what you can purchase from them and how much and all that, and then it'll appear in like TCG stores. I think from what it looks like, that's what it's going to be,
Sure, sure.
which is cool. Uh, yeah, it says here Weirdco and your distributor will communicate to you the final amount of the product you receive on launch before May 31st, and then it kind of goes from there. Only brick and mortar stores with play space to host Cyberpunk TCG organized play events will be eligible to order product before May 1st, 2026. So I feel like
Oh,
definitely,
okay,
yeah, I
okay.
definitely think TCG stores are going to have it. How much is definitely going to be a different story. So I don't know, it's kind of cool. I think I might look into it. Like I said, I mean, I have 2 weeks if I want to back it, so maybe I'll do that and kind of see how that goes. But who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe I'll bring it over and we can play.
Hell yeah. You're gonna get enough to actually play. It's not like, hey, you're backing it, you got a single pack of 10 cards.
No, so I think if I'm gonna back it, I'm gonna back one of the ones that comes with 2 starter decks and a booster box. So I can open. So I can
Damn.
open some. I mean, I like opening stuff. The 2 starter decks is whatever, that you can start playing with that. But then the booster box is kind of cool. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Alrighty. I don't know if you have anything else you kind of want to mention. That's kind of
Not
it.
at this point.
Yeah, a little short one this week, although it didn't seem too short. Hopefully next week Jackie will be back and we can kind of grill him on some questions about DLSS 5 and Crimson Desert.
No, we should bring up just photos and be like, Jackie, any different? Is the same character?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What? Spot the difference. He's like, what difference?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all
Is this
right.
is this DLSS 5 on or off?
Yeah. At that point, I'm just gonna disconnect from Discord and leave. Oh, all right. So that's the end of us this week. If you're listening on YouTube, give us a follow and subscribe. If you're on Spotify, I think you can do the same. If you guys have any comments, definitely let us know in the comments section. And we'll see you guys next week.
See it.